Alright guys, if you're wanting to learn jungle, I'm putting together a tier list, in my opinion, the best beginner-friendly champions in the game. Now the way I'm ranking them is not just how OP the champion is, I'm ranking them by how easy their jungle clear is. You know, are they good from behind? Can they execute ganks easy? And you know, are you actually able to climb with that? And also, do they teach you good fundamentals about the game as well? We are gonna start off. I'm gonna try to make these pretty quick. I don't want this video going too long, so it's got a lot to cover. So Amumu,
I thought you'd never pick
great
me.
beginner friendly champion. This is an S rank, great starter champion. If you're just dipping your toes into jungle, this is the best jungler to just start out with overall. Why I think that? He has basically 2 snares that can easily catch people off guard. Also, your ultimate's easy to execute. You have a clear game plan, which is just basically the team fight and, you know, get as many people in your ult. So there's a lot of simplicity to Amumu, and on top of that, he's just also a great champion in general. If he's behind, his ultimate is very useful, and just overall a top beginner pick for anyone wanting to try out jungle. Brand, I'm putting that D. I would not recommend that. With all the new buffs and stuff with her, I'm not too sure how she pilots now, but she definitely is a harder champion to pull off. She definitely is more of a carry type as well, so not like the worst champion, but I just don't think she's beginner friendly. So we'll go ahead and move on. Briar. This one's a little tough. I'm gonna actually put Briar in B. I think she's not terrible for beginners, but she does, you know, need a little bit of like limit testing, like when to, you know, just go all in. You know, you have to aim your ult. There's a lot of little things with her that I don't think beginners would be able to just pick up on that quick. Diana, I'm almost teetering between A and B, but I'm gonna also say B with Diana. She's got great clear, she has good engage, she has great team fight potential, but like I said, you got to really understand, like, Diana's one of those champions
Shopping for your next car?
Oh my god,
What about third?
yeah, Diana's basically one of those champions where you just really have to clear, know when to farm and when to just let people die, because she is like one of those full clear champions. Yeah, Diana overall, she's decent, but not for beginners. All right, next we got Mundo. Mundo. I'm gonna put him A tier. I almost want to put him S. Yeah, Mundo's great. Yeah, I think he has a lot of just durability, messes with the enemy team a lot, especially when it gets to late game. He's got a lot of health, he's just a menace, and he's pretty straightforward. Run after the team, you got your ultimate. Everything's really straightforward and basic on Mundo. There's not like any complex things. It's just really limit testing and knowing what is your limit as Mundo, what can you get away with. And that's Mundo's. If you want to start out playing Mundo, I wouldn't say it would be a bad choice. So that's why it's definitely not S tier, but it's teetering. But since he's also a tank, like, the carry potential for tanks is definitely going to be a little bit less depending on how you build them. If you build them full tank, it's always going to be harder to carry games if you're not building damage. Echo!
Don't blink!
I think Echo is not terrible. He's got an ultimate that's basically a get out of jail free card. His clear is not terrible. He's got great team fight capability. He's basically also an assassin. So, I mean, overall, and his abilities aren't that complex. You just have to learn his combo and things like that. But yeah, I think if a new player jumped on Echo, they would, you know, it was definitely more beginner friendly than most of these champions. Elise. I'm gonna put Elise in C. She's a good jungler. Like, I'm not dissing her, but I don't think a lot of players would be able to, beginner players would be able to jump on Elise and play her that well. And we got Evelyn. I'm gonna put her in B. Yeah, I'm gonna put her in B. Pretty straightforward. Like, her game plan's straightforward. It's not like complex. It's just she's squishy. I don't know. I just don't think she's that beginner friendly, but definitely doable. We got Fiddlesticks. Fiddlesticks is one of those champions where I don't know. I'm gonna put him high B. He's almost teetering A, but you really got to know when to save your all and pick the perfect fights, and he can really get punished hard if the enemy is very good. Like a lot of these champions, like Mumu can get punished early, but later into the game he's far more capable than someone like Fiddlesticks, just helping his team out in general. But let's go ahead and move on. We got Gragas, put him C. Not that great for beginners, very hard to pull off his combos. There's a lot of little tricks with him as well, so I wouldn't recommend him. Graves, yeah, don't play Graves if you're a beginner. I do not recommend it. He's very good if you know what the fuck you're doing, but yeah, I wouldn't recommend Graves for beginners. We got Gwen. Yeah, Gwen is just Gwen, bro. Like, I don't know, she's just better top, honestly. Hecarim, I'm gonna put him B. He's not terrible. Very functions pretty easy. Pilot's easy. Like nothing very complicated about his kit. Like, oh, you know, ult in, kill your good team fight, blah blah blah. Get the AOE in, but definitely not as beginner friendly as most champions. Ivern, I'm gonna put Ivern at D. I don't think he's that great for beginners, honestly. He requires a weird play style, almost like a jungle support. He's not bad. His clear is one of the best clears, but I just wouldn't recommend him for beginners. Jarvan, my boy, S tier. Jarvan, if you want to clean, it's just like Garen, bro, to me. There is some skill shots with him, but overall, like, Jarvan's just that perfect beginner-friendly champion. He teaches great team fight fundamentals. You know, he has an all-in. You can play him almost full damage assassin. You could play him more tanky. Like, he has a full, like, knock up, shield, slow. You know, you can mess the ult up and fuck your team. That is a downside to him, but I think overall Jarvan's just a very straightforward, easy to pilot champion. Decent clears, great gank capabilities. Just, yeah, he's definitely an S tier beginner friendly jungle. Jax, I would put Jax at B. Not the best, but I wouldn't say he's that difficult. Decent clear, decent in the game, but not like perfectly beginner friendly. Karthus, D tier. Don't play that shit if you're a beginner. Definitely a different play style. So yeah, I don't recommend if you're new to jungle. Kayn. Where to
shopping for your next car?
Fuck you. All right, Kayn. Where to put Kayn? We're gonna put Kayn in A tier. If he gets fucked early, like it gets behind it all, like it's just useless, bro. Same with Kha'Zix. So like, but I'm gonna give Kha'Zix a little more leeway because I think he's a little simpler to pilot than Rengar. But I think overall, yeah. Kindred, C tier. Not that great. Don't think he's that great. You have to play for your marks, and that could be a lot different play style for people just starting out, and something like that is, I don't think, really a great idea. Lee Sin, don't do it. Don't fucking do it. If you're just starting out, don't fucking play Lee Sin, man. He requires too many combos. Just, there's really no point in playing Lee Sin unless you are going to OTP and you're gonna literally play that champion until you die. Like that, I think out of all champions, he requires the most amount of time to really learn his combos. So yeah, not beginner friendly at all. Lilia, I'll put her B. She's not bad, but she's got great clear. She's got good team fight, but she's fast. But I don't think she's very beginner friendly. Master Yi, I'll put him high B. He seems like he'd be beginner friendly, but you really got to know how to execute his Q. You can't just be using your Q ability to just attack people. And I think a lot of beginners like play Master Yi because, you know, here you'll have a good game with them, but overall, you gotta really master dodging everybody's ability and how to dodge everyone's ability with your Q. And if you don't know champions, then you know it's very hard to pull off, in my opinion. Because other than that, you're just auto attacking and you're using your W for, again, certain abilities that are casted by your opponent that you might not know. So I think I'm gonna put him at B tier. Maokai, honestly, not the best clear. He has great team fight capability. He's a tank. If you play him full tank, he's a little bit harder to carry with, but I would say overall he's pretty straightforward with all his abilities. You know, he's not a very hard jungle to master, but he also has very like if you know he's not doing well late game, like he still has an ult that can enroute a whole team. He still has a snare. He still has a knockback. You know, like, so I would put him at A tier, but if you don't really build much damage on him, he will, I think, fall off a bit. Mordekaiser, we'll put him high B. He's not bad. He's a good 1v1 fighter. His clear is decent, but I think he just kind of falls short for being beginner friendly. Morgana, D tier. Nidalee, D tier. We're gonna do a little speed run. I'm gonna try to clear some out. Teemo, D tier. Don't play Teemo. Yeah, Zed, don't play Zed. That's definitely D tier. Don't do that shit. Ornn, we'll put him high C. Not too sure about him. Locke, not too sure about him. Honestly, I haven't played him jungle. But yeah, nah, don't play. I don't think Locke's that great. Now Fury, she's an assassin. She's really good. Got a lot of different, you know, immobile crap like that. But she's an assassin. And most assassins are always gonna be like harder to play. So Zyra, don't play that shit. D tier. Rumble, D tier. Jace, D tier. Quinn, D tier. Let's see, who else? Shaco, C tier. Just because he's like I said, he's an assassin. I would say he's definitely better than someone like Rengar or Zed. But yeah, Viego. But now let's go back. Oh, let's do Viego. Viego, we got him A tier. He is, well, let's actually, I'm gonna put him B. He requires a lot more champion knowledge than most champs, but he actually is a decent jungle, but for beginners, not the best still. Nocturne, we're gonna put him a little bit above, yeah, above Mundo. Pretty good, great clear, decent 1v1 fighting, and his ultimate, you know, just basically point click on someone. Great for ganking. Just gotta play for your level 6. You know, everything's straightforward on him. Nothing too crazy. Nunu, I put him A. He's not bad. Great clear speed, great team fight capabilities. You know, like he's pretty beefy, can do a lot of damage. All his abilities are straightforward, you know, like I said. So his clears are amazing with his chomp. So yeah, I would put him A. Poppy, C. Okay. Rammus for beginners is B tier. He's a great tank, but since it's hard to like build full damage on Rammus, you definitely can't really carry as hard as him because you most of the time are almost always building tanky items. So in my opinion, he's not the best, but very straightforward, decent clear. You know, he's just a good tank, you know. So tanks are mostly going to be a little bit easier to pilot and be more useful as they are in the later game and won't fall off as hard. Rek'Sai, D tier, bro. That's not the greatest beginner-friendly champion. Sejuani, I'm gonna put her A. She has great CC, great team fight capabilities, great clears, can steal, like, just, dude, does amazing damage on top of that. Like, Sejuani is a beast. Definitely, if you want to play Sejuani and you're a beginner to jungle, yeah, I would play her. Starter, I'm gonna put him B, up there with Rammus. I don't know too much about him, being a little bit newer, but he's not terrible. You know, like you have to aim your ulti now. You know, you got good engage to go through walls, but I don't know. I think he's a little harder for newer players. Talia, D tier. Talon, C tier. An assassin, but I would say he performs easier to pilot than someone like Rengar or Zed. Trundle, we'll put him high B. He's not terrible, not the worst. You just gotta really pick your 1v1 fights. You gotta also, you know, like, I don't know, man. He's weird. I would not recommend him that much, but he's definitely doable just because of how straightforward his kit is. Udyr, I'm gonna put him in C. I don't think he's that great for beginners. Just overall, I don't know. I think he's still a little too hard to pull off for beginners and understand like what the hell he actually is supposed to do. Bye. She's one of my other champions that I usually play when Zach gets banned, but I think she's S tier, guys. If you guys are a new player and you guys want someone that can do damage, has great CC, can clear decently, doesn't instantly die in team fights, you know, like you can literally build her full lethality in one-shot squishies. Yeah, overall, Vi is, she's not hard to pull off. All you got to be able to do is aim your Q and get good at that. And on top of that, your Q is a great escape move as well. So, and it's on a low cooldown. So I think overall, yeah, Vi is definitely an S tier jungle for beginners. Let's go with Volibear. I'll put him A. He's not bad. A lot of survivability. His clear is decent. Though I do think people will struggle with like how to carry with him if the team fight, you know, with him or and whatnot, and how to pull off ganks are a little bit harder sometimes, but it's not that bad. I think he's pretty decent for beginners, so I'll put him A tier. Warwick. I think Warwick's S. Warwick is one of those champions where he has great clear, you know, he's got healing, he has an E or whatever that can chase down, you know, people who are low. It literally like notifies you someone's low, hence easy to go and get the gank. You know, you do have to aim his ult now. It's a little bit harder to aim, but other than that, if you can even just walk up to them, be in their face, you almost not gonna miss his ultimate. On top of, if someone blinks and dashes your Q, you follow along with them, which a lot of champions fucking dash nowadays. So, you know, he can 1v1 fucking anybody, especially tanks if he has Bork. So just overall, Warwick is 100% S tier for being a beginner friendly champion. Yeah, if you guys want, you know, just good straightforward champ, Warwick is that guy.
It shall be done.
We're gonna put him A tier. Great engage, great team fight capabilities. You know, he can literally just slap everybody else away and keep one person by him, which is huge. Good 1v1, good clear. Yeah, his kit's pretty straightforward, nothing too complex about it. Yeah, I would say that he's teetering almost S tier. Like, I almost want to put him S because he's really good. So yeah, I'll keep him A though. I'll keep a high A. All right, we got my main, Zach. Yeah, nah. I think Zach, honestly, is gonna be. It's not terrible, but he's definitely A tier. He's not S. He's one of those champions where he looks very simple, but he is a little harder to pull off sometimes than most of these other tanks because you do have to really aim your E and predict where people are going to be walking. But overall, he's great at ganking. He's got great team fight, great durability, great healing. His clear is a little shitty early on, and if early on your team don't help you and you get fucked early, you can fall behind. But like I said, he's got great team fight and CC capabilities, which make him not fall off as hard as some like say a Zed, you know. So definitely still in the game when he falls off. So yeah, I would just put him in a little bit lower A. We got Wukong. We're gonna put him in B tier. He is decent, not the best. Yeah, he's all right. Then we got Pantheon. I'm gonna also put him in B. Not the best clear wise, I don't think. Yeah, he's just not the best jungle. Like, I don't know. You kind of got to stun to gank people, but I don't think he's the best. His kit's really simple, but for beginners, but I don't know. I just think he's B tier. Olaf, B tier, not the best. Kiwana, D. Silas, B. Ambessa, B. Cho'Gath, A. Cho'Gath's not bad. Just stack with him, be annoying in team fights, get tanky, do some damage, eat people. He's pretty straightforward, not the hardest thing to pull off. Yeah, I would say B, A tier for Cho'Gath. Aatrox, C tier, not the best. Malphite, A tier. I mean, if you could pull off and get some good damage with his ulti, he's also can be tanky. All of his moves are straightforward. I don't know how good his clear is right now, but I'm just gonna smack him in A tier. Saheen, we'll put him in C, not the best. Nasus, not the best C. Shen, not the best as well. I'm gonna put him in C. These guys three right here especially are just so much better top lane than they are jungle, unfortunately. Like Shyvana, we'll put her B, not the worst, but I would say still a little harder for someone newer in the jungle to pull off. And Fizz, not that great, C, D tier. Yeah, I think that is our list. The best champions for beginners to play for, in my opinion, S tier are gonna be Amumu, Jarvan, Vi, in Warwick. I appreciate all of you guys for hanging out with me through this whole tier list. If you guys want more tier lists, let me know what type of tier list you want me to do next. And if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like and hit that subscribe for more content from me. Peace.